What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is your host, Dana. So, Bitcoin looks like it's doing things. I did tell you guys that very short term, we could see a possible, correction action, something like that, especially if we close anywhere below this white line right here, around 22,550-ish. That would be our first warning sign that we could go a bit lower, at least to the lows of 22,000 all the way to 21,800-ish. But let's get into the TA and see what's going on. Okay, so this 25,000 dollars area is still not yet out of the question because it could very much happen, but very short term, this action is not so shocking. Kind of was seeing chances that it could happen too, because there was like bulls were kind of fighting with the bears. There was a lot of going on. We have this overcooked divergence on the daily, as you guys can see. We have this bearish divergence kind of developing as well, so on and so forth. So it would be best, of course, if we can hold levels of 22,000, the lows of 22,000. But if we don't, on the 4 hourly, it's possible that we can pull back all the way to 21.8-ish. But if we close on a daily note anywhere below $21,800, then expect a bit more deeper pullback. Okay, it would be a nice pullback. That would be like let's say we come down here all the way to the lows of $21,000, 21.3. That's like 4 to 5%, pull, percentage wise. Would be a nice one, like something. Hold on. Okay, just had somebody calling me at the same time, but just hold on, guys. Okay, I guess I will call them back a bit soon. Like, not everybody knows that I'm streaming at this time, so anyways. So very short term, like I told you guys, short to midterm, that is, not long term. This can still play out, but very short term, like the closer short term, we could see some type of correction. I think we're already seeing it now, which is not a bad thing. Like, we need to reset when it comes to the RSI, guys. We need to reset. It's not a bad thing that it pulls back a little bit, all the way at least to these levels, okay, or closer. So our daily candle closed pretty much in favor of the bears more than anything else. I can't call it a very bearish or engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle, but nevertheless it's a candle that favors the bears more than anything else. Right now, this level, 22,500-ish level, seems to be holding so far, but I think we could pull a bit more further down. Okay, just a bit more. On the 4 hourly, we have this bearish engulfing, well, not engulfing candle, but a bearish candle also. There is no nice divergence at the moment, but it could build on one of the oscillators. Like if we pull down a bit lower, okay, it's possible that we could see some nice divergence starting to build, and then we'll see what happens from there. But so far it's not doing something shocking, guys. Okay, this we spoke about this, very, very, very short term, a correction of some sort. If, you know, this sideways action kind of breaks and we see any close, any 4-hourly close or any hourly close below this level, that would be your warning sign, because there is not much, you know, holding us until maybe, yeah, 22.2, something like that for a start on the hourly. On the 4-hourly, not much holding us all the way until 21.8 really. Okay, on the daily, if we see any close below $21,800, that is gonna be a warning sign, most likely that we pull back a bit further. Okay, so that's Bitcoin pretty much. Yeah, not much to add. It's pretty much like I said yesterday. This level is still not out of the question. Okay, of course, if we break certain levels, you know, like 20,500 or so, okay, instead of, you know, waiting for it on the medium turn, we would have to wait for it a bit more than that. But until then, yeah, things are playing out pretty much as discussed. Now let's head over to Ethereum and see what's going on. Yesterday I did tell you guys that it was looking a bit weaker than Bitcoin, and prior daily candle closed with a, you know, very bearish, you know, candle. We have our first negative momentum building right now. I'm guessing MACD is bearish, right? Yeah, it's kind of turning, you know, rolling over right now, so turning bearish as we speak. We had this, you know, bad divergence on Ethereum as well, so really not that strange, not that strange at all. Like I told you guys, we did kind of close above this level, 1,650, but thing is, there was no follow through. It was just, you know, a close, but then we pull back just, you know, on the next candle on the daily, and then we've been, you know, going back down. So now on Ethereum, you see how this is kind of holding as support, this area right here, 1,550-ish. If we see any 4-hourly candle close, you know, below that level, really not much holding us until the loss of 1,500-ish, all the way to 1,475-ish dollars. Okay, on the daily, if we see any, you know, close below 1,500-ish dollars, that means we could pull back a bit more lower, you know, all the way to at least, you know, 1,420, $1,440. Wouldn't be that surprising, because we don't have a lot of support, you know, if things start breaking down. Okay, so that's pretty much, you know, Ethereum when it comes to the support levels and so on. We have to break above this level, 1,680-ish, 77-ish, and then meet, you know, we're gonna meet some resistance, like I said yesterday, around 1,720. But if we see any close above 1,720, you know, 4-hourly or daily, see eventually around these levels pretty much. Okay, so yeah, things are looking a bit bearish right now on the daily, on the 4-hourly as well. We closed with a bearish engulfing candle. Sell pressure is coming in. Like, there is some nice divergence though on the 4-hourly when it comes to Ethereum. Okay, almost on both oscillators, but for sure on one of the oscillators. It's developing, it's building right now. We will see what happens, but things are looking a bit more bearish, you know, today. So this very, very short-term correction that we were talking about is kind of, you know, playing out at the moment. So we'll see what happens, you know, weekly. As long as we can hold above this level right here, especially $1,400, it's cool. It's pretty much cool. 1,440, you know, if you want to be a bit more conservative. But all the way to $1,400, being flexible is cool. What I do not want to see on the weekly is us closing below this blue line, 1,550, because that would mean a bit more pullback. Okay, but we have around 5 days to go till the weekly candle close, so we'll just have to give it time, right? But yesterday it was kind of looking weak. Ethereum was kind of looking weak. So this is really not that surprising. Bitcoin, it really, like, the bulls really tried their best, you know, to keep this run going after a consolidation, but here's kind of swooped in right here. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So that's Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty much. I can have a look at the hourly just to see if there's anything new developing there. You guys see, we kind of, you know, keep on pulling back at this level, but looking at the 4-hourly, I do not think this is gonna be holding for long, but for now it's pulling back. Just hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Gotta restart something. And back. Okay. So on the hourly, let's see if there's anything nice developing for Bitcoin right now. At the moment, we have some nice divergence on one of the oscillators, but there's pretty much, you know, still, you know, bearish, you know, momentum going on, negative momentum going on. MACD bearish on the hourly as well. I'm guessing it's the same with Ethereum. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much the same. We have some nice divergence on the hourly when it comes to Ethereum as well. Like, let's see, in 20 minutes this candle is gonna close, but on the hourly, let me tell you guys now, we do have resistance around 1,600. So even if we see, you know, some, you know, price action movement to the upside, we do have resistance around $1,600, okay, at the moment. For Bitcoin, it's around, you know, 22,850. If we can see a close above that one on the hourly, okay, we could, you know, come and retest around, you know, $23,000, but we'll see what happens. Looking at the 4-hourly, it's kind of pretty much bearish, you know, this candle and the negative momentum is kind of not looking the best. Now I can fib it just to see if things, you know, match up. Let's see now. Better on the 4-hourly for now. Is I'm looking for the short-term, you know, movements right now, or very, very short-term, be more precise. Yeah, 21.5-ish, 21, you know, 4-ish is very possible levels. That kind of, you know, goes hand in hand with what I said, that if we see any close below this level, we could, you know, pull back to the loss of 21,000. Okay, very possible. Okay, let's move on with the altcoins. We'll start with the ace today, okay? Try to go in order this time today. Okay, Aptos. You see, so support is still kind of holding for Aptos. We're still, you know, above that $11.7. Like, we touched it, but we're still above it. I can see that the bulls and the bears have a very hard fight going on right now. Okay, we pull back up, we come back down, we close somewhere in the middle. But I told you guys, there is no bad divergence looking at the oscillators. Like, there is none, okay? It's pretty much holding on still. Aptos is still holding on in some strange way, because I'd expected, you know, to pull back if Bitcoin also pulls back. At least, you know, most altcoins do. But it's still holding, guys. Our site is overcooked, though. Keep that in mind. Fine. Like, we can do something like this, you know, just to see. turn it to white. So we got this, support, that RSI is holding above right now. If we see it close below that, while price action is going lower, then, we're gonna reset pretty much. On the 4 hourly, it is building some nice divergence on one of the oscillators, okay? Not much on this one, or is it there? Well, it's type B divergence looking at the RSI. I don't know. Look, on the 4 hourly, guys, if we can't get above this level right here, let me just stretch it out for you. Hold on. There you go. An hourly candle close or a 4 hourly candle close. If one doesn't want to wait for the hour, 4 hourly, one can be flexible and look at the hourly candle close. If we see a close above this level, 13.7, could take us back, to around this 14.3-ish, and then eventually, the possibilities are going to be higher that we reach, 15-ish to 15.2, if that happens. Because on the daily, there is a fight going on. Like, we have to kind of admit that and adapt to that. I do not see that the bulls are completely losing control, but the bears are definitely, giving it a fight right now as well. So we will have to wait and see what happens. The support is holding. At the moment, it's holding, okay? Worst case scenario is, like, if we see a close below this level, 11.2-ish, then I'd expect, a bit more deeper pullback, at least, to around, $10 and so on, around these levels. And if that happens, if you reach the level of $10, any weekly candle close, it's in 5 days, but I'm just, talking about different scenarios just to be prepared in case some things happen. If we see a close, below 9.8-ish dollars, that wouldn't be the best sign, because yeah, this impulsive move is kind of, come to an end. Then we could, pull back a bit more deeper to around $7 and so on, but we'll see what happens. Still 5 days to go, so we can't, get into any conclusions. I'm just talking about different scenarios. It's better to be prepared in case. All right, so that's pretty much Aptos. On the hourly, we can have a look and see what's going on. Okay, there is no nice divergence, any change or anything like that. Not that I can spot. There is no hammer, on the candles, nothing like that. Like, I don't see any reversal patterns at the moment. I guess it's just, pulling back up. We do have resistance on the hourly. We do have resistance around this level right here. That is 13.6-ish. Any close above that one, okay, we could, come and retest, 14-ish to 14.3. Pretty much that's it for now. Yeah, so we can move on to the next one. Kind of like, look, let me have a look at the 12 hourly. Look, also on the 12 hourly, we can see that prior daily candle kind of closed with the bulls and the bears fighting, guys, okay? 3 days, it's looking fine right now, but the prior daily, like the prior three-day candle is looking horrible, guys. That is not a candle that supports the bulls, okay? Just want to put it out there. And I'm looking at different, time frames just to get more information for now, okay? Not looking that good. Like, the bears might win this one. Even if we come back to around, 14.6-ish, if we do not see a close on the 3-day time frame above that level, it's not the best sign for the bulls, okay? So let's move on to the next one. Atom. Okay, prior daily candle favoring the bears more than anything. We have our first, negative momentum building on the histogram. I'm guessing MACD is bearish. Yes, it is on the daily. Our size resetting, not bad, Let it go. Okay, just let it go. This is not bad. Like, we need to see some cool off action. Now, if this level doesn't hold around 11.9-ish, very much so that we can, pull back to at least, $11.5 on the daily. Wouldn't be that surprising. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Okay, we got some support, old resistance turns into new support. We kind of lost this, first support right here. That's it. The moment we broke below it, even an hourly candle, then it's over with this one, right? As I always, try to explain to you guys, if you see an hourly candle close below support, certain levels, then it's a warning sign that we could, come and test next support areas. So right now we're hanging around this, level between 12.5-ish to 12.2-ish dollars. But if things go a bit more south, okay, like I keep on seeing on different, different markets right now. So far on Aptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we kind of, keep on seeing these types of candles. And at support levels, like we could pull back, at least, to 12.8-ish, 12.7 to 12.8, but looks like the bears are in control pretty much. Okay, now when I'm talking about pullbacks, I'm talking about very, very short-term pullbacks, guys, okay? Not that deep, at least for now. Because I told you yesterday, if I see new things, I'm immediately gonna adapt to the market. I'm not gonna be, hard-headed and, talk about these levels, because we have to take it as it goes. Let's see now, if I fib it, if I just fib it, we are at support, on the hourly at least. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. We're literally at the golden area right now, guys, okay? Literally right there. So, if things are fine, like if things are okay-ish, we can, come back and pull back to around 12.8, 12.7. It wouldn't be that surprising, okay? So that's Atom right now. Daily, not looking the best really right now at the moment. There's no nice divergence either. Some type of type B divergence, fine, but can't call it a strong one. It's just on one of the oscillators as well, okay? Important thing is if we see any close above $13, we can, come back and retest these levels, 13.5-ish to 13.7. If we see a close above, $13 on the 4-hourly, okay? Otherwise, not more I can add when it comes to Cosmos, Atom. By the way, guys, if you're loving the content, loving this daily traditional TA that I keep on bringing, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell, just to be on time for the next live or video. Just consider it if you like it. I don't think I have to tell you, this, but just reminding you, because I know you guys are like aware of these things. Okay, so let's move on. By the way, Aptos is like up 4% on the new day. It's one of the few that is up this much today when everything else is kind of, at least for now at the moment, is red, okay? So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's move on with the next one. AVAX, we're having a look at it yesterday, so we can have a look at it right now. We're kind of holding at support as well, but any hourly candle close below 16.85. then you know the deal. See eventually around 15.8-ish, okay, for a start. But let's head over to the daily and see what's going on first. Okay, like bears are kind of showing their faces. We had this bad divergence kind of growing, okay, so I think we're seeing it play out right now at the moment as well. Negative momentum on the oscillators pretty much. MACD looks like it's rolling over, but it's still bullish, okay, but looks like it's rolling over. The positive momentum is getting weaker, guys. It's getting weaker, okay? Like we can come back all the way to at least 16.2-ish on the daily. Like as long as we do not see a close below 14.2, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, 14.4, 14.2, it's fine. If we see any daily candle close below that level, guys, we're pulling back a bit more deeper, all the way to around 12.6-ish, and a little bit lower wouldn't be that surprising for AVAX. Trying to hold on, but looks like, especially on the 4-hourly, like bears are definitely here, guys. They are here for now, okay? Fine, we have some type of nice divergence developing on the 4-hourly, but I don't like the prior 4-hourly candle close. It's pretty much bearish. We just closed below this short-term moving average, as you guys can see. You see, we are at support, sure. On the hourly, looking a bit deeper, we are at support, but any daily, any hourly candle close below 16.85, the bottom of this box, is going to be a warning sign that we pull a bit more lower, okay? Like I don't see anything holding us until $16 to 15.8 for a start, and then we'll see what happens on the hourly at least. And if we pull to the upside, we do have resistance around 17.5-ish to 17.7-ish. In case, we gotta be ready for all scenarios, okay? If we close above 17.7-ish dollars on the hourly, we could go a bit more higher to at least 18.3, something like that, and then we'll see what happens. We'll take it from there, but looking bearish right now on the 4-hourly, okay? Yeah, like things like this could happen when we see Bitcoin, because I told you, very, very short term, it's kind of looking like the bears are saying hi, hello, we're still here, we're not gone yet, and so on and so forth. And if Bitcoin pulls back, altcoins tend to pull back a bit more most of the time. So it's good to keep an eye on everything, okay? So we are done so far with the, let me just write it down, take notes. We had a look at Atom, AVAX, Aptos as well. And of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Okay, next in line is Polkadot, and then Phantom, okay? Or, before I head over to Polkadot, let's just have a look at Ape. Because I want to get the ace that I've planned on looking at, out of the way first. Okay, we hit resistance, like this level right here. Got respected many, many times as resistance. Looks like the bears are here when it comes to, ApeCoin. We had this bad divergence building at the same time. So on the daily, if we close below this level right here, 5.174. Really not much, holding us until at least, 4.8-ish, okay, for a start to 4.6. I don't see much holding us, okay? Well, 4.5 to 4.8, okay? Just to be a bit more flexible, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Same thing, negative momentum going on. This candle pretty much, favoring the bears more than anything else. If we see any close below on the 4-hourly, any close below 5.1, 5.17 to 5.25 really, okay, any close below that level could bring us a bit lower, at least to these areas, okay, to that $5, $4.9, loss of $5, okay, all the way to 4.8 wouldn't be that surprising. ApeCoin bears kind of took charge. This could go on, it could play out, it could take days to play out, but bears look like they are pretty much, coming in right now at the moment. Looking at the daily as well, okay? Just letting you know. I'm only gonna be convinced if we see like that this is over. If we see any close above $6, fine, then we can, expect us to see the next, target. But until then, right now I'm being cautious, okay? Let the market do the job for you. So that's ApeCoin. We know the support levels. We know what we need to get above, which is $6 for hourly candle close. Daily candle close would mean we'll see 6.5 next, at least for a start, okay? Yeah, on the hourly, like we do have some nice divergence, kind of building at the moment, starting to build, but pretty much negative momentum on the hourly as well. But I expect some pullback on the hourly. So very, very, very short term, I'm expecting some type of a pullback. We got some resistance around 5.6-ish to $5.76, okay? Oh, I forgot. Hold on, guys. My bad. You couldn't see the price. Just changing this right now. I think you can see it now, right? So this is the hourly resistance I'm, keeping my ass on right now at the moment. So we can move on to the next one, Polkadot. I've noticed how, people tend to like viewers are like low every time. It's kind of a bearish, sentiment or bearish, action going on in the market, but one shouldn't be one should, try to take the bearish days and the bullish days, kind of the same, and not be discouraged by it, because at the end, it's in the bear market, that you get the opportunities to make money. Well, not in the bear market, but when it's, when things pull back and so on and so forth, right? But I understand a lot of people get discouraged and so on and so forth, but I'm coming here daily, guys, to encourage you guys as well, Do not lose it. Like, keep the hope up, stay level-headed, because things, happen. These kind of things happen. Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. Polkadot, very bearish, my friends, at the moment, okay? Could take some time to play out, but it's looking pretty much bearish. We had this bad divergence I was building. MACD is still bullish, still positive momentum on the, oscillators, but it's looking pretty much bearish. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we come, all the way to at least, 5.8-ish, 5.5-ish dollars, okay? On the daily, at least. I do not see anything holding us. I think if I do this, that's around that, 50% area, because the fib is way lower, but I wouldn't be surprised, if we see some type of support around these levels, okay? Of course, if we break down, then we could go back all the way to around, 5.2-ish dollars. Wouldn't be that surprising. 5.2, 5.1, but for a start, I'm looking at around 5.8-ish to 5.5-ish dollars, okay? And if that doesn't hold, next support I'm looking at is around, 5.5-ish to 5.2-ish, 5.17. I don't see anything else. Yeah, daily kind of looking very bearish right now. Very, very bearish. We kind of hit this resistance you see right here, around 6.8. We couldn't, get above it. So we couldn't, come and test these levels. It was hanging on the 4-hourly. It was kind of hanging on, but 4-hourly also looking pretty much bearish, guys. Like, yeah, it's kind of breaking to the downside. It's breaking to the downside, okay? We don't have anything, holding us way until 5.8-ish, pretty much, just like the dailies. I said around, 5.8 to 5.5 for a start, right? On the daily. That is first support. It's the same that I see right here. Let me just draw a box. Now, if you compare it with the 4-hourly, the support areas that, for the 4-hourly is pretty much like the dailies, like a bit more higher, slightly higher, You know, it starts around, 5.860, but to the downside, it's pretty much the same, okay? So if we see any close below this level on the 4-hourly, let me just draw it for you, hold on. Just a minute, just a moment, guys. We'll be right back. I was talking, guys, but I was on mute, but I'm back. So any close below this level, $6, on an hourly, would kind of, be a warning sign that we are gonna go a bit lower to the levels I spoke about. Like probabilities become higher that we, we come and test these areas, okay? So that's that pretty much. If this doesn't hold, it's very likely that we pull back all the way to around, 5.2-ish, $5, loss of $5, okay? So that's that. We can move on to the next one. DYDX next. I was having a look at it earlier. It was looking pretty bearish at resistance levels. Let's see now. So bearish engulfing candle, close, prior daily close, okay, candle close, that is. We had this bad divergence that was building. It's still building, hasn't started to play out, but you know, oscillators are lagging indicators, so I think as price goes down, we're gonna see this, you know, turn negative as well, but I expect this to pull back a bit more deeper, guys. DYDX, okay? Guys, if the levels of around 1 point, you know, this old resistance, 1.45-ish, doesn't hold, okay? We see any 4-hourly candle close below this level. Like on the daily, there's really not much support until 1.38-ish to 1.3, let's see, 1.32-ish levels. Okay, I don't see any support until that level, and that's first support. If we lose that one, see eventually around, you know, 1.25-ish. So let me just draw it for you. I can remove this one now because, you know, it's been respected. That's it. Hide. Now let's draw support, because things are bearish right now. We just gotta accept it, okay? On the 4-hourly, it's pretty much the same. Like when it comes to support, any close below 1.458 or 1.46 would mean that we are gonna go a bit lower to at least, you know, that level of, you know, between 1.38-ish to the lows of 1.3, okay? I don't see anything holding us. So this support, not only daily, but 4-hourly, it could, you know, kind of respect it. We'll see what happens. Not everything is 100%, so we'll see what happens. Well, let me just bring this one. No, it's unnecessary. Okay, we can remove it. So that's the support I'm looking at right now. We are around these levels. We're still, you know, I think we just broke out, right? Didn't we? Yes, we did. Look at this. Like hourly, we could see, you know, some type of a pullback back to these levels around 1.6, maybe, but daily's bearish, guys. 4-hourly is bearish, so I'm expecting, you know, this to kind of continue. We like seeing, you know, short term, like very short term, you know, kind of jumps to the upside. It happens sometimes, but looking at the general picture right now, things are looking bearish, okay? I know, even though positive momentum on the oscillators and so on, this is very much, you know, likely to continue or not likely. Probabilities are higher that it continues. By the way, things are looking to the downside, okay? So that's pretty much DYDX when it comes to support and resistance. Now we have resistance around 1.72 for a start on the 4-hourly. Any close above that one would take us a bit higher, but yeah, 1.472 for hourly resistance for now, at least. I take that back. 1.619 is the first resistance, okay? If we see a close above that one, we can come and retest, you know, 1.472. but pull back first, more likely to happen. Okay, so that's dydx. We can move on to the next one. So we've had a look at Aptos, AVAX, Atom, dydx, Polkadot so far. Cool. Next, Phantom. I think it's Phantom. Let me have a look at my list. Yeah, Phantom. Oh, I forgot one that we should have spoken about before, Polkadot and dydx, but let's have a look at it now. It's Bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Resistance got respected so nicely, guys, okay? But now we've broken the channel. We've broken the channel. Looks like we are on our way back down at the moment, as you guys can see. Prior daily candle, I can't say it's a very, bearish candle, so on and so forth. But thing is, we kind of broke below this channel, okay? And right now, the bottom of this, channel could very much act as resistance. There's not enough data for me, to do much, so I'll have a look at the 4-hourly. 4-hourly looks like chart is favoring the bears more than anything else. There is no nice divergence yet, but as price, goes lower, as long as we don't close below 9040 on the 4-hourly, we could see some nice divergence develop, okay? We do have some nice divergence though on the oscillator at the moment, but it doesn't mean we can't, pull back a bit more lower. Hourly kind of telling us we could, pull back a little bit. Yeah, at least to 10646, 10880 levels, okay? At max 0.00000 11045 at max, but that's it. On the 4-hourly, it's kind of still, looking bearish, guys, okay? At least for now. It could take time till we see some other type of development, or if I see, something else, but right now it's still like prior 4-hourly candle close pretty much bearish, okay? Hourly though, we could see some type of a pullback. There is some there's some fight going on, like bulls are trying to fight back, okay? But yeah, on the 4-hourly, negative momentum on the oscillator, MACD bearish, RSI below neutral. So that's bonk. The support is all the way, down around 9360-ish, very close to this level really, okay, on the 4-hourly. So I can just draw it for you, hold on. We haven't touched it really yet, but pretty much close, very close. very close, really. So that's bonk, okay? You know the levels. Next resistance is bottom of this channel, okay? For a start. And if we see any 4-hourly candle close above that one, next resistance is around 11,820-ish. So we will see how this goes. Let me just draw it for you guys. Hold on. Cool. So we can move on with the next one. Okay, Solana looks like it's going down, but we'll have a look at it soon. So, Phantom next. Okay, yesterday I did tell you guys that we had this, rising wedge, and I did also tell you guys if we break below this level right here, this support line that we had, that could be a warning that we pull back a bit. Okay, and looks like it's pretty much playing out at the moment. Looks like prior daily candle closed favoring the bears more than anything else. MACD is still bullish, positive momentum on the oscillator still, but we do have this bad divergence, that's kind of developing, which is playing out at the moment, right? There is no support really when it comes to the daily, like there's not much support, guys, until these areas right here, around 0.33-ish to the loss of 0.3. Okay, now for hourly, if you see any candle close below 0.3595, this level right here, or 0.36, okay, if you want to round it off, that would mean we are gonna go a bit more lower, because there is not much holding us until 0.33-ish, just like the daily support level, all the way to the loss of 0.3. Okay, and loss of 0.3 including 0.29 something. Okay, so yeah, looking pretty much bearish. Negative momentum on the oscillators. You have this nice divergence building right now at the moment on one of the oscillators, but it all depends. If this breaks, well, if we close any 4-hourly candle below 0.34, that nice divergence that is developing is gonna become invalid. Okay, so that's phantom, but we kind of saw these warning signs yesterday. So we saw this wedge, rising wedge. We kind of saw that bulls and bears were having a fight, and the moment we broke below this trend line, it was time to go down. And if any of you want to learn about trend lines, I have a video in the video section with the title How to Draw Trend Lines the Correct Way. Many have found it to be very helpful, so if you want to know how to draw it the correct way, just go ahead. It's 21 minutes short. I can't say long because it's not a long video. Okay, 21 for something that's educational, even if it would have been hours, it shouldn't feel long. Okay, even if it does feel long for some, like they should take out the positive things from it and not think of it being long, or it feeling boring because it's long and so on and so forth. It's simple, straight to the points and so on and so forth. I spent days trying to edit it because originally it was a bit longer. Okay, it was like 2 hours, but I shortened it to 21 minutes because I just had the most important parts, and then I redid the video like 2-3 times until it felt like it was just the necessary things, basic things, important things that I took out and I put it in one short video for 21 minutes long. So watch that one if you have any interest on of learning TA. Start with the basics, as I always say. So that's phantom, guys. Okay, last one, Solana. because looks like people are kind of like, I know some of you are lurking and watching this one, but it's low, like there's low action, in the chat and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna head out after this last one, just gonna have a look at Solana and call it a show. Like, I'm pretty tired myself. I just wanted, to be consistent, come here every single day and just give you the TA as usual and let you know if there's anything new going on and so on and so forth. All right, after Solana, just for everybody who loves Zen, we're gonna do Zen as well and then call it a show. Well, guys, now this level, this 27.5-ish to $28, we gotta wait for it a bit longer than expected because our daily candle closed pretty much, we were at resistance, but there was, looking at the far hourly, there was still some type of chance that we could, hit it. But I did tell you guys, bears were kind of in. I was just not rolling this level out yet, but right now, yes, definitely putting it on the side for now at the moment. Our daily candle closed, favoring the bears. We did have this bad divergence on Solana as well, kind of building. Like, it was only going to become invalid if we saw a close above 37.5-ish, $38. We're gonna start, building negative momentum. Like, by the time I'm back on the show tomorrow, I think we are gonna have our negative momentum, on the oscillators, okay? Right now, still positive, weak, but still positive. MACD, still bullish, but about to roll over, okay? On the 4 hourly, pretty much the same. Like, things are looking like they're favoring the bears, okay, right now. MACD is bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. There is some, nice divergence. Well, it's gonna be there until we see, well, unless we see a close below 20.7-ish dollars, okay? We're still gonna have this nice divergence on the 4 hourly. We do have support around this level right here. 21.4-ish to, let me just draw it for you, it's better. And we're gonna be a bit more flexible. Any close below 20.9, then expect this to go a bit lower to the loss of $20, okay? Like, any hourly candle close below $21, see eventually at the loss of $20. There is some nice divergence building on the hourly chart though, keep in mind. Here's, losing a little bit of steam on the hourly, but problem is daily pretty much looking bearish. 4-hourly pretty much also looking bearish, okay? So, you know, daily outweighs 4-hourly, 4-hourly outweighs, you know, hourly. So, yeah, expecting this, you know, to come back down a little bit more. All right, let's, by the way, on the 4-hourly, we do have resistance around 24 point, well, just the bottom of this box right here, 24.43, 24.43 to 24.44-ish dollars, okay, on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, it's a bit different. It's around $24, right? 23.8 to $24, okay? That is, if we can see it close above, $23, then see around that 23.8-ish on the hourly, okay? On the hourly. Any close above this level right here, this area, take us a bit higher, okay? So that's Solana. Let's move on to Zen. So Zen came, touched resistance, and got rejected there again, okay? Right now we are back at this trend line, that support line, guys. If we break it, you know what's up. See eventually around 1724-ish at least, okay? One loss of 1700. 4-hourly candle, you know, favoring prior 4-hourly candle, favoring the bears more than anything else. There is no nice divergence that I can see right now. Could build, but I don't see it right now. It's not there, so can't say that. Looks like it's favoring the bulls right now. The bears, excuse me, the bears. Do not get it confused. The bears, okay? If we break this trend line, then you know we pull back a bit more to at least, you know, loss of 1700. So that's pretty much it. We have new resistance when it comes to the 4-hourly, which is around this level right here. Okay, so if this holds, now next resistance is not around these levels until we see a close above 2158. Then we can come, you know, and retest maybe 2231-ish to 2341-ish possible, but we got resistance around these levels, guys, okay? So keep that in mind. Most likely that we will get rejected here if we come back up. So we'll see what happens. So that's it, guys. That's it for me. If you like the content, please do consider subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell, and so on and so forth. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the love, and so on and so forth. And appreciate you all. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.